Hello everyone, this is Caleb Magnuson. And this is part of my extra, well this is my extra to my Final Fantasy 13 review. There were some things I hadn't gone. Well, first off, as usual, on a Final Fantasy game, you will eventually be able to ride chocobos. I never actually rode them as often, because despite being faster, you can't attack any enemy is well on them, so there's no point in having them, so what's the point, really? You can reach higher ledges to get to Seath missions you can't complete before, or find treasure. Let's get items you can't pull, but really it seems kind of really annoying. What? As you can't run into enemies, so it's pointless to me. There's also a large variety of enemies. There's behemoths, soldiers, dog form, wolf things that can be. Many of these are either robots, animals. They all come in many varies. There are a lot of robots. This game has a lot of advanced technology and magic, and well, some biological animals. What's all that stuff? Now, if every chapter ends with a boss, and well, that's what you get. One thing I had forgotten was that when you will complete a certain achievement, you will get a gamer picture for one of the character. As I currently have Vanille, Saz, and Hope. If I would get more, but I don't really feel obligated to play the game as much as I want to, because as I completed the story, and it just seems like repeated rounds of attacking enemies sometimes, as I don't have any goals. I like to have a goal. When I play Pokemon, I don't play Pokemon anymore, really. I actually would rather see a 3D Pokemon game, which is why I plan on getting the new 3DS when it comes out in America, probably in 2015 sometime. I'm going to play some of the Pokemon 3D games on it, I also play. But anyways, when I play Pokemon, it gets kind of boring, as I like to raise my Pokemon really fast. Test all of them equally, so they won't get, too weak. Like, I've seen people online and complete some of the bosses in Final Fantasy 13 with barely any upgrades, really. Speaking of which in chapter 9, I believe, when you fight Barthandelus for the first time, and well, it's not my favorite boss, but here's the thing. Barthandelus has an attack that will wipe out most of your health. And you don't know this, but you can actually hit him repeatedly while he's charging it to cut that damage in half. And one thing I'm saying, how are we supposed to know that? I only figured it out when I watched a video online. Otherwise, I would have never completed the battle. Well, some things you just have to know by experience. I would have probably figured that out on my own if I hadn't already taught myself to try to conserve and use healing so much. I wouldn't know that I would have to repeatedly hit him. They're charging, I should probably dish out my healers so that when they're done attacking, I can heal myself. If you know what I'm saying. But this is still a great game. Now, some people say that you can beat the majority of the game on auto attack, which is true actually. But the story is so immersive that I really don't care. And it was still pretty fun to take guys down. Once I was able to learn these things, or once you learn these things, you can really take down chumps who gave you so much problems in the first place. And hey, maybe you can replay through the game and beat it faster, or now that you know how to do things. Also, one thing I recommend, don't skip enemies. if you hadn't known how to use Sentinel, Synergist, or a Saboteur, you are going to end up skipping a lot of enemies because they are a pain and you just want to get through the level. These levels can be long, and the big part of it is you don't know what to do. You don't know how to use the other three paradigm things. It's because, you know, but that's what I'm saying. And really, yeah. And well, yeah. Next I'll probably be reviewing Sonic Boom. No, not reviewing Sonic Boom. I will be giving my thoughts on Sonic Boom. I'm talking about my console history. And if whenever I complete Final Fantasy X, I'm rather hesitant to do that, as this game is not really being nice to me, as I'm going to say. And you'll figure out whenever I do the review. But other times I will also do countdowns on Sonic games, do review, and sometime in October, maybe? November? Well, whatever. But just, anyways, I will be having a review of Sonic 06 and Shadow the Hedgehog. Like, I will be giving my ideas for Shadow the Hedgehog 2, doing all sorts of stuff, really. Yeah, I'll tell you about it down the road. And check out all the what's some of the channel. Looks like Tails channel, the Real Sonic fan. And all that. But also, a shout out to anyone who can't decide what next gen console to buy. If you haven't bought one yet, buy the Wii U. It's worth it. I'll explain later. But anyways, it's nice to see you. When yes, I technically voiced my entire videos using everything. And remember to try to send me messages on Gmail, maybe a private comment. And just get me some of your ideas for Sonic's 25th anniversary. I don't ever check my messages on YouTube. I usually either check Gmail or my YouTube comments. I don't. And also, those of you who wonder why I don't have any comments sections on my videos, it's because, my dad doesn't like the idea of people being mean. As we all know, a lot of people on YouTube can be very mean. So, what else do I have to say? I can't think of anything. Well then, also, you may have noticed I tried to use voices of other characters, like Mephiles. My Mephiles voice is actually my Batman voice. At least if you don't know that, or haven't watched Batman, The Dark Knight anyways. My Shadow voice needs work. My Metal Sonic voice is just your typical average robot. As far as I go in voices, I'm not very widespread. I can do a British voice. I can do a very good Russian voice, maybe? Or European? I don't know. Stereotypical voices, I would say. It's only logical. I do not agree. But anyways, I have many plans for this year, and I hope school doesn't get in the way, but I will see you all in my videos. Speaking of which, look at my videos a lot more. I know my favorite of my videos is Shadow, Silver, and the Secret Rings. Shadow is a very awesome character. I also saw a video where someone thought they tried to make a petition for Shadow Hedgehog 2. But this has been Caleb Magnuson. Next week, you know what I'm doing next week. So, good night, and safe surfing the web.